Yo, what's up guys, Pyre Records here today, and we're going to be talking about the brand new 15-inch MacBook Pro with the 8-core i9, which is pretty impressive. It's, as far as I've seen, it's the biggest processor that Apple's ever put in a laptop. So without further ado, I'm going to be talking about a couple of different things. The first thing is a side-by-side comparison of specs between these two computers and like a boot up. Basically, is it truly worth upgrading from your stock basic MacBook to the super crazy beast here we have with, you know, double the cores, double the Geekbench score, double the, you know, actually triple the RAM, quadruple the RAM, because this is only 8 gigabytes, whereas this comes in at a 32 gigs, and it's also DDR4 RAM, which means it's 2400 megahertz speed, and it's just got better overall like computing ability. You know, random access memory is like the program's ability to like store temporary data. So when you've got a program you're running, like say in Logic or Pro Tools or like whatever you're using, when you open up the session before you hit save and you're in an active session right there and then, you are using all of your RAM to do that. So processing tasks, you know, it's very taxing on the computer when you've got large programs open, especially because this only has 8 gigabytes of this. With 32 gigs, you know, you've got a good bit more wiggle room as far as, you know, running programs is concerned, running stuff in the background. You know, I haven't really had any hiccups or issues with my computer versus this one. But anyway, before I get too much into the review section of this video, I just want to say thank you so much for everybody who subscribes and likes my videos. We here at Pyre Records really appreciate you guys. Go ahead and leave a like and a comment down below, and I'll be putting the description in the description rather of my unboxing of this beautiful laptop here. Oh, sorry guys, had a long day today. But either way, we're going to be doing a couple of tests. So the first test that I'm going to be doing is the startup speed. Now, the startup speed is something that's kind of just like, it's not as important as other things, but we're still going to do a side-by-side comparison of what these computers take to actually begin using them. So, you know, an estimated time, I don't really exactly know the difference between the two, because it's pretty much the same almost, not a super crazy difference between the two. But one thing I can say is that I feel like this one, since it's got more to load up, like it's got, you know, quadruple the amount of RAM, it's got like a much bigger processor, it's got a much bigger hard disk, it would make sense if it took longer to start up. But let's see guys. First off, we're going to be timing the startup of the small laptop here, the 13-inch MacBook Pro. I have got my stopwatch here, so we're going to go ahead and time this guy right now. All right, guys, are you ready? 1, 2, 3. So we've got 18 seconds to get to the front page screen here. So 18.4 seconds is not bad at all. That's a pretty quick startup speed. But let's see how the big boy contends here. All right. Whoop. Spoke too early. All right, you guys ready? 1, 2, 3. Ah, it's late. It's okay. It's just like 1 second. So far, it's a little bit longer to boot up, but I predicted that might be the reality, considering it's got much more, you know, internal parts to boot up. Oh, so it takes about twice as long to actually boot, which, if you think about it, makes sense, because it's got, you know, twice the processor, twice the Geekbench. All right, so we are going to be opening up the project file on both of these computers at the same time, well, we're going to time each one, and we're going to see how long it takes for the project to actually open versus you know, the machine over here. So let's go ahead and start with the 13-inch MacBook Pro with the i5. Let's see how long it takes. Okay, ready, set, go. All right, so 45 seconds to boot up the software here, and that's not like horribly slow, considering this project has Ooh, see, sluggish. This is what I was talking about. At least with 13-inch. Sometimes yeah, see, it's kind of giving me problems right now. Yeah, well, that's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. It just is, it's lagging and it's slow and it's not, see kind of how it's like kind of choppy in like the way the screen moves. You see that? There's like a delay, stuff like that. And then like if I'm trying to play the track, you know, it doesn't start from the beginning even though I hit enter. See, yeah, you know, it's playing, it works, everything is okay. So it's not horrible, you know, it's you know, you can deal with it. But with this one, all right, let's get a stopwatch here, and we're gonna go ahead and time this guy right here. So, on the ready, on the count, 1, 2, 3. So, about 10 seconds faster. We've got 36.61 seconds to start up, so about a little over half a minute. So approximately that's about a 25% increase in speed alone on just opening up projects. So if you think about it, you're going to be doing a lot of opening and closing projects and a lot of, like, you know, multiple tasks at the same time. This computer can handle more of them and is faster at doing it. So the first thing I want to do is close Splice because I didn't even know that was open. Oh well, it's still faster anyway. So let's see, start, like pretty, oh, instant. Now, as you can see, this computer has absolutely no glitches. You see how smooth it is? Smooth, like it just glides. Whereas this one, see, it's kind of choppy. See how it takes a little bit of time to catch up? See, everything that you do, boom, you see how it's like seamless? See that? It's like very smooth, the graphics. Everything is very, very like well put together and very seamless. And so, the other thing is, this is actually a slightly older version of Logic. It's a 10.3, whereas this is a 10.4, so it's slightly newer, which means actually this is probably asking a little bit more resources to use versus this, because older versions of software, when you add new updates, you're adding new things into the software that require more CPU to access. Well guys, I think that wraps things up for now. Thank you so much for tuning in to Pyre Records. I'm going to be putting the link to the specs once again of this machine as well as this machine side by side, as well as a link to my unboxing video of this with the lovely co-host VYXIS. Thank you guys for watching, and please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.